Welcome to another video. Walk on the wild side, and I am here in a very sunny Texas. Look at this weather we've got here. I am in the town of Ennis, just towards the south and east of Dallas, and I've come down here because this was meant to be the place I came for the eclipse, and I ended up staying in Dallas. But I thought I'd come here because it's a lovely little town. I'll do a video on it for you in the future, but for this video what I thought I'd do is I'd show you my ride for this trip. This is a Dodge Durango, and this is a real beast, folks. It's a V8 5.7 litre engine, which in the UK is an absolute beast, but over here this is pretty average, I'd say. I mean, they have a lot bigger SUVs going around than this one, but it's a very nice car. I actually hired it from Dallas Love Field, and that wasn't the airport I flew into. I actually flew into DFW, but I couldn't get a car from DFW, so I had to hire one from another airport. So that was a bit of a rigmarole, but I got a nice car in the end. It cost me $1,100, which is not cheap, but they did do a Toyota Camry for about the same price, and between this and the Toyota Camry, well, had to be this, didn't it? Yeah, so what I thought I'd do in this video is I'd show you around inside the car. I don't know what everything does, by the way. I'm not an expert. I know how to drive the thing. I know how to turn the wheel and put my foot down and all that sort of stuff. It's a really nice car. I wanted an SUV when I came here. I didn't want some pokey little thing, you know. Whenever I come to America, I always get myself an SUV, though I have noticed the prices, they have shot up quite a bit since the early years when I used to come years and years ago. The last time I came to America before this was 2017, and the prices of the hire cars have gone up quite a bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you inside of the car, and then we'll take it for a spin. But before we do anything else, I want to check out the engine underneath this hood. What a beast. Okay, check it out. You can tell I've been in America for a while because I'm starting to talk like an American, calling it a hood. I should have called it bonnet. That's what we call it in the UK, a bonnet. Anyway, let's check out this engine. I just wanted to show you this badge on the side. It says Hemi. Can anybody tell me what that means, Hemi? I have heard of it before. Something to do with the engine or something? I don't know. But check it out. It's on the engine there. Look, Hemi. And this is it, folks. Look at that there. Look at that. We're not used to this in the UK, you know. We're not used to having such big engines. A 5.7 litre V8. At this moment, I don't know how many horses that is, but it must be several hundred horses. Just look at this. What a beast. Okay, we'll take a quick look round the car before I go inside. Here's the front. Looks a bit mean, doesn't it? There you go, with that plate there. Texas. Don't mess with Texas. I like the wheels as well. The black alloys. 20-inch wheels. 20-inch wheels on this. Yeah, nice wheels. And at the back we've got Durango RT4. I'm not really sure what the model is, but someone might know. But there you go. We've had a good look round now, and I think it's time to go inside now and check it out inside, and then we'll go for a drive. Okay, we're going to take a look inside now, but I just want to show you the key fob there. It's one of these fancy radio key fobs, keyless should I say. It's got all the controls on it there. Now you don't actually need to put this into the door or anything like that to get in. I'll show you how it works now. Okay, so I've got the key fob in my pocket, but when I open the door, the car's locked at the moment. See that? The car just opens magically because I've got the key fob on me. So now let's take a look inside, shall we? Oh. Here we go, look at this. Wow, very nice. I'll tell you what, it's so warm here in the sun. I'm just going to drive into the shade and show you the inside a bit easier. See if I can get underneath a tree or something. So let's turn it round. And by the way, I just want to listen to this. Listen to that. That's the engine. So let's just go into the shade here, or a bit more shade than I had before, and I'll show you the inside. And then we'll go for a little drive. How exciting! And I'm going to put my foot down as well. Probably will do. I won't break the speed limit though. I won't break the speed limit, don't worry. Okay, so here we go. This is the steering wheel and it's got loads of controls on it here. I don't use any of this stuff on here. That's for mobile phone and I think that's for the media. Don't tend to use that. On this side I do, because this is the cruise control. It's fairly easy to use. You just press that button there to set the speed that you're at, and then you can use the plus and minus to have the cruise control. And if it cancels on you, if you have to brake, you just press resume. It's quite easy to use actually, and most of you will probably be familiar with cruise control. And this is a bit like best, by the way. Look at that there. I've got a push button start. So let's press that now. Ooh, listen to that. Shall I give it some revs? Listen to that. What a beast. Anyway, let's have a little look around on the door. We've got all the windows, got four power windows. We've also got central locking, which I used when I was in Houston. I made sure the car was locked. It does actually lock itself when you start to drive off. Just down here we've got lights. You can have auto and the lights will come on automatically, or you can put them on properly. This is fairly self-explanatory. We've got this stick here for indicators and wipers all on there. I've also got these flappy paddles, which I'm not really sure. There's a plus and minus. I've tried using them. I think it's something to do with the cruise control, but I didn't really get a whole lot of use out of it. I just want to show you the rev counter. Can you see the rev counter there? Now the rev counter goes up to about 6,000 before it redlines, and I'm quite surprised about that actually, because I thought with a petrol car I thought it would rev more than that. And that's the fuel gauge over there, and just over here is the media system, which is really good. I've got a sat nav, and it's really good. It works so well. I've also got media as well. You can have radio. It tells you all the information about what's playing. You can plug your phone into it, of course. Tells you all about the vehicle, if there's anything wrong with it, you know. Just down here we've got some more buttons. We've got control for the volume, all your climate control. Oh, I like this button as well. You see that there? That's a sport button. Now if I press that there, that lights up. Now I've just pressed the sport button, so if I was to go out onto the road now and put my foot down, it would literally rev its arse off in every gear until I get up to a certain speed. Now I'm probably going to do that when I get driving there, but don't worry, I won't break the speed limit. I just want to show you what it can do. But what sport mode does, it basically keeps it in a lower gear for longer, so you get more sort of faster acceleration using that mode. So let's have a look at some more buttons, shall we? So when you press the sport on, the eco goes off obviously, because it's not it's not going to be economical when you've got sport mode on. You can turn off the traction control as well if you want to do donuts in the street. I won't be doing any of that. Just down here we've got the gear stick, or whatever you want to call it. We're in park at the moment. That's reverse, neutral. I remember when these used to have 1 and 2. They used to have 1 and 2, but they don't now. And drive. And you do feel a little bit of a jerk when you put it into drive and it engages that gear. I just want to quickly show you this, but I probably won't use this. That's all-wheel drive. Now if I press that there, I just heard something then. I'm not sure if that's on all-wheel drive low. Yeah. I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to leave that turned off because I don't need all-wheel drive, but got a couple of cup holders there. That's pretty much all the buttons. Obviously we've got buttons on the other side as well. We've got don't have a sunroof in this car, but we do have lights up here, and we've got more buttons here. Let's see, the passenger's got a mirror there as usual, as you'd expect. I've got a mirror as well, look at that. There you go. Right, I'll just show you into the back now. We'll have a look in the back and I'll show you what it's like in the back. It's a 7-seater, this car. It's absolutely huge. Yeah, let's check out the back, shall we? Okay, here we go. We're just looking in the back seat now. Look at that there. Loads of room in the back. And as you can see over here, we've got another couple of seats. Now if I pull this lever here, that goes down. Look at that there, look. Yeah, and then you can see the back seat there, where you can get two more on the back seat. How about that? There you go. And we've also got climate control, so they can control the airflow at the back here and up here as well. See, in the middle seat, should I say, and they've also got this down here as well. So yeah, there's loads of room in this car. There you go. Okay, I'll just quickly show you the boot before we go on the road. Here we go. Automatic boot, of course. I'm not used to this, you know. I mean, my Starbus at home is so basic. I'm just not used to having all these gizmos on my car because my Starbus, well, is really, really basic. But this is pretty much all my crap here in the back, as you can see. And if you needed more space, you can put these seats forward to make a lot more space in the back. There's also a power socket there as well. So yeah, now if I press that button there, does it go down? Oh yeah, it does. Look at this. It's like magic. There you go. Okay, so now I've shown you around the car. We've had a look at the outside and the inside. It's time to take it for a spin. Okay, so here we go. This is a bit we've all been waiting for. Gonna take it on the road now. Let's go. I'm just leaving this hotel now. It's my 7th hotel that I've stayed at on this trip. It's a Quality Inn here in Ennis, and it's a really, really nice hotel. You know, Ennis, what a lovely town this is. I'm going to show you a bit of Ennis now. Let's have a look, shall we? This was meant to be my location for the eclipse, but I ended up going to downtown Dallas because I had this idea to get a picture of the eclipse with the buildings, you see, and I couldn't really do it here because there's no skyscrapers in this town. But it's a nice little town, and it's famous for the blue bonnet flower trails, yes, and there's loads of it's a holiday town. It's really, wait till you see it, you'll see it in a minute. It's really, really nice. The town centre is particularly tidy. They've got flowers, they've got trees. I think Blackpool Council could take a bit of a tip from this place, I'm telling you. Anyway, we're now heading up the main drag now here in Ennis, and I haven't put sport mode on because I don't want to be razzing around the streets of Ennis, really, do I? I don't want to be upsetting the locals here. We'll wait until we get on the interstate. We've got Interstate I-45, and I'm going to go on that later. And when I get on there, I'll stick it into sport mode, and we'll get this thing flying a bit, shall we? But I can't do more than 35 here. So check it out, Ennis. You're getting a bonus here. You're getting to see a bit of this amazing town, which is around about an hour away from Dallas. Just going past a massive Walmart, pretty typical really. A big Walmart there. Well, they're all massive, aren't they, Walmarts? And I'm going to take you through the downtown. I just made it through the lights there, by the way. Cameron Rayburn, I saw him last night when I was in town. I saw that guy. He was giving a talk at some place in town, yeah. So this is Ennis, yeah. It's quite pretty, Ennis. It's particularly the centre bit. We're just coming up to the centre now. When we get over the railroad, I'm talking American now, not railroad. I'm talking like a proper American now. Once we get past this railroad, we're into the old town of Ennis. Okay, we're just going over the railroad now. I think that's the old station on the right-hand side. I'm not sure if the train stops here anymore. I better make sure I don't get stuck on the railroad, don't I? But here we go. We're now into the old part of Ennis. Look at this. Check it out. It's busy. It is really busy. Looks a bit like an old frontier town, this, doesn't it? So this is the main drag through Ennis. Look at these old buildings here. I'll tell you what, the railroad, that was it, you see. They were built on the railroad, these towns, weren't they? Yeah, anywhere where there was a railroad, they did pretty well. Same for Blackpool as well, back home when we got our railway. you know, Blackpool exploded, didn't it? Okay, so I'm going to make a right here, and we'll take a look around the back here, shall we? You know what? It's 80 degrees today, by the way. It's a good job I've got aircon in this car. 80 degrees! The post office just over there, that building on the left, that's the post office, and it's about 100 years old, and it's still a post office. Look at this. Now, can you see the flowers? Look at the trees. This is Ennis, folks. Look at the flowers. Blackpool Council, come on! And they must have to really water these flowers as well, because, you know, we're in Texas here, aren't we? Texas. Look at the flag up there, look. The Stars and Stripes. So now what we'll do is we'll head towards the freeway, shall we? And I'll put my foot down. Now that we've seen a bit of Ennis. Right, okay, you'll probably notice that I just rolled up to a Dairy Queen, so I'm now going to turn this into like a two-in-one video, because I couldn't resist. I want to get something quickly to eat before I go onto the freeway. We'll take this car onto the freeway, we'll put my foot down and we'll see how it goes, but I couldn't resist when I saw Dairy Queen. Look at this, I've got myself a cone. Look at that there. Oh, it's all messy, it's dripping all over the place. I'm going to have to be careful. I don't want to make a mess of the car before I take it back to her. But look at that. That is a Dairy Queen dipped chocolate cone. Look at that, folks. I'm going to be tucking into that. And I also got some mozzarella. In fact, I think I'm going to have to eat these the wrong way around. I'm going to have the cone first before I have these, because the cone is melting really, really fast. So I'd better get this cone eaten first. Dairy Queen. Have you ever been to Dairy Queen? They're all over the place here in America. Yeah, and as soon as I saw it, I thought, you know what, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get a Dairy Queen. So that's what I'm having now. So we're turning this into a mini Dairy Queen review for you. Now, I do not want to make a mess of myself, because that would be not very good, because I'm limited on how many clothes I've got. So I don't want to have to wash any clothes, but this dip cone is really nice, by the way. I'm not surprised it's melting so fast, because it's so warm. I'm going to have to put the engine on and turn the aircon on and slow it down a bit. Here we go. Turn it up to the max. Listen to that. Feels like I'm stood next to a fridge. And there's another thing as well. When you drive with the aircon on, it uses quite a bit of power, so you use more fuel. But in America here, gas is usually between around about $3, $3 to $3.50 on average for a gallon, and that's not cheap compared to what it was years ago, but it's still a heck of a lot cheaper than what we pay in the UK. No wonder we can all drive around in big trucks. Now, when you have the air conditioning on, it does use quite a lot of power, so you use more fuel when you've got the aircon on. You'll probably be aware of that yourself back home. 3 to 350. I'd probably say about 350, something like that, for a gallon. I think a US gallon is a little bit smaller than our gallon. I'm not too sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's certainly cheaper than back home. Not as cheap as what it used to be, but it is a lot cheaper than what we pay back in the UK. Okay, so I've just finished off that coat, and now it's time for my savoury snack after eating it. Oh my god, what am I like, honestly, what am I like? Why did I have to do this? I didn't need to do this, you know. There's the bag. Dairy Queen, a very firm favourite here in the USA as well. I've been going a long time. So I've got this, what's that, marinara sauce? I don't think I'll use that. I don't think I'll use it. I'll just eat these. Look at this. They look nice, don't they? Nice. It does seem weird to be eating a savoury snack after devouring an ice cream. But what can you do? I should have bought these separately and then gone for the ice cream. But because the ice cream was melted so fast, I had to eat that first. Anyway, I'm going to finish these off now, and let's get on the interstate and check out this bad boy and see how fast it can go. Okay, we're heading towards the freeway now. Sorry for turning this video into a bit of a Dairy Queen advert as well, but I couldn't help myself when I saw it. So heading towards the freeway now, and I'm going to put my foot down. Let's see what this car sounds like. I've got to turn right here to get onto the ramp. This takes us onto the ramp here. Okay, here we go. Time to put my foot down. We're coming onto the I-45, here we go. Wow, I got up to 45, the speed limit, in just a matter of seconds there then. In fact, I've got to pull over here onto the ramp. I almost missed it then. Right, we're now on the I-45. Oh my God, what's that on the road there? There's something on the road. It's like a, I don't know what that is, but I'm going to avoid it. Looks like some sort of tarpaulin. Right, I'm now doing the speed limit. So it didn't take me long to get up to the speed limit. 75 miles an hour on this section of the I-5. We're just going past Buc-ee's on the left there. A massive gas station called Buc-ee's. They are absolutely huge. But we're now flying south down the I-45. And there you go. I got a chance to put my foot down. And there's the speed limit there, can you see? 75. I'm now going a little bit slower, so what I can do is I can listen to that. Yeah, so what do you think to that? And I'll tell you something else as well. At the moment, the freeways here are really, really good. Now, they can get very, very busy, and it can be a little bit like back home. You know, when you get into jams and all that, that can happen here just like back at home. And they do have toll roads as well. You can go on the toll roads. I do avoid the toll roads as well because, I mean, I have been on toll roads in the past actually, and they are really, really good. But you can go on them to escape. They also have like carpool lanes and fast lanes that I think you have to have more people in your car, or maybe you have to pay at certain times. I'm not really sure how it works, but I just stick to the interstates, just like that one there, Interstate 45. And that's the road that I went down all the way from Dallas down to Houston. But anyway, let's wrap up this video on this car. So there you go, that was the video on my hire car here in the USA, Texas, the Dodge Durango, and what a beast it is. It's certainly a bit of a step up to what I drive back home. But it's a trusty vehicle, my Volkswagen T5. Very, very basic compared to this. And the engine, well, I've got a 2-litre diesel. This is a 5.7 litre petrol engine. How many horsepowers? I don't know. How many horses under the bonnet? You tell me if you know. But I think it's a really, really good car. And if I lived over here, I would be very happy with something like this. But anyway, there you go. I've got a few more days to enjoy it yet, and I'll be coming back sometime next week, so it'll be back to normal for me. Anyway, I hope you like this video. If you do, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bloody hell, it's warm. My goodness. I need that aircon. Oof. See you later.